rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rockin' Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast. Salute, salute, salute. What's good, everybody? What's good? Hey, just released a video just a few minutes ago. Just wanted to just have a thought out there about the Ben Simmons topic. But let me shout out my people. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. That's our brother. What's good? Ribs is in the building. Salute. Sherwin, what's good, man? I see you. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. Salute. Salute. So I have a couple of people that I want to talk about tonight, right? So let me start with what Sherwin says. Sherwin says, salute to the chat. Ben Simmons to the Knicks. Please explain what you said earlier to them again. Ben Simmons, he is our most complete player. He is just scared to shoot, right? That's what Sherwin says, right? Prezi, what's good? Michelle, what's good? What's good, Michelle? What's happening? So the thing about Ben Simmons and others that fit. Oh, Jeremy, what's good, Ben? My bad, Jake, my bad. The thing about Ben Simmons and others is not that it's just Ben Simmons. It's about where the Knicks are and where we're trying to get to and who can help us get to that place. Right? It's not just about Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons is important, but it's about who the Knicks are and where they are trying to go and who in the NBA circles can help us get to that place. Right? One interesting name that comes to mind. Oh, Randall, salute. One interesting name that comes to mind, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to laugh kind of when I say it. And it's not that he and Ben Simmons are connected, and it's not that the Knicks absolutely I'll just say his name. At this point, I have a slight interest in Bol Bol. A slight interest, everybody. Slight, not major. Autism Speaks Knicks is in the building. Salute. And Praise says, why isn't our current team enough? Now we need to try to sign Jesus. Jesus will help us win the chip. Nah, not that. Not that. Now, Prezi, listen, I'm with you. I agree with part of that. But here's the thing. The NBA is not going to let you go into the season with 13 players, boss. The NBA is not going to let you go into the season with 13 players. Right? They're going to let you enter with 14, but then by a deadline, you have to have 15 players. Right now, the Knicks have 13. And if you're talking about filling those spots, wouldn't you rather fill those spots with quality NBA players? That's what this is about. That's what this is about. And see, the thing is, to jog your memory, just to bring back some heartache and pain. When we lost to the Pacers the year before last, when we lost to the Pacers 2 playoff series ago, when everyone was injured, guess who was at the end of our bench? Dwayne Washington Jr., Charlie Brown Jr., Daquan Jeffries, dudes that were healthy and couldn't help us do anything. Right. Hey, yep. Hey, so Sherwin, I agree. Hey, man, it's phobias, man. Some of us have phobias. Like, I don't like clowns. And people think it's childish. People think it's silly. Like, when I see clowns, I get nervous. Right? People think that's silly. Like, that big dude scared of clowns. Nah, it's not scared, bro. It's like a phobia. It's not scared. Like, I'm not scared of a human being. It's just a phobia. Like, some people have phobias about elevators, right? Like, some people have a fear of spiders. So I get what you're saying. So I get what Sherman's saying, and Prezi, I get what you're saying here too, right? Because the thing is I know because we've had so many conversations. I'm not saying that I know everything you're going to say, because I don't, but I do have a sense of, how you feel, right? Because I pay attention to the comments, most comments. Not that I sometimes I know we joke and kid, but I think I kind of have a grasp on the community and how they feel, right? And that's the reason why I word things in the manner that I do, right? Right. And so the thing is when we lost to Indiana, when Dante DiVincenzo could have went for 50 against Indiana, in that game, was it game 7? I think it was a game 7 where he could have gone for 50, and all he needed was a break just to catch his breath and come back in the game. And we had Charlie Brown Jr., Dwayne Washington Jr., and Daquan Jeffries over there. And Jacob Toppin. Right? Imagine Dante DiVincenzo is on a heater, is keeping us in the game. We're down by, we cut the lead from 19 to 7. And all Dante DiVincenzo needed was like 2 or 3 minutes off his feet so he can come back in and save the day, right? And then you look down there and you got Jacob Toppin, Daquan Jeffries, Charlie Brown Jr., and Dwayne Washington Jr. As a Knicks fan, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yo, why are we just giving away roster spots? These dudes contributed nothing the entire season. Nothing. The entire season. The reason why we were probably hurt that season is because player 15, 14, 13, 12, 11 were all guys who probably shouldn't have even been in the NBA. And if we all notice, and this is not to Prez, this is just to everyone. I'm just speaking in general. If you notice, when the Knicks added just a little NBA talent to the back end of the bench, the Knicks made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, we good, bro. We good. I'm talking about Ben Simmons. I'm not talking about like all because I'm with you. I'm with you. The Knicks think everybody in free agency is gonna lead them to a championship. Knicks fans sometimes get that way. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in my mind, Ben Simmons is better than Pakem Dadier. He's better than Mo Diawara, right? He's better than Ariel Hookporty. He's better than Tyler Kolek. He's better than Kev McCullough. He's better than all those guys. That's what I'm thinking. And the saga goes on and on and on because the Knicks hadn't signed him. And he hadn't shown singular interest in a particular team. He wants to, in my mind, he wants to get paid more than a vet minimum. You don't even, if a team, and Sherwin understand this, Sherwin, if you know you're guaranteed at least a vet minimum, right? When you say, you know the vet minimum thing is on the table, what do you need an agent for? Do you need an agent when you know you're going to get the vet minimum? You don't need an agent if you know at a bare minimum you're going to get the vet minimum. If I was Ben Simmons, I'd have let my agent walk too. I probably would have fired him. Amani the Great in the place to be. Salute. So I put the video out there, right? I don't know how well the video is doing. I just put it out there less than an hour ago. We'll see how that video does. I will tell you though, since we have so many kids, I would take a flyer at a high upside veteran. I would. It's not gonna make sense, but it'll make sense if you understand what I mean. Because in my mind, even if you play the kids this year, they're not gonna reach their potential this season. So these kids are probably gonna reach their potential in 27, 28, 29, 30. But what do you do for 25, 26? What do you do for the 25, 26 season? You still groom the kids, and if they earn their way into the rotation, they should play. But in a championship season, I don't feel like just handing minutes to a young player so that he can develop. Right? Like y'all know, legitimately, y'all know that Pakem Dadier is my heartstring. We know that. I don't have to go there 1,000 times. Y'all know the draft before last, I wanted the Knicks to take Ryan Dunn and Pakem Dadier. That's what I wanted. and there's no disrespect to Tyler Kolek, Kev McCullough, and Ariel Hukporti. It's just that in the pre-draft process, IKB Dre is in the building. Salute. The ultimate hater. IKB Dre jumped right in the chat hating on Ben Simmons, bro. Yo, Prezi, Dre jumped right in the chat hating on Ben Simmons, bro. What'd he do to your Jets, bro? Ben Simmons ain't do nothing to your Jets, bro. and keeping it in the stack, I know it's gonna sound disrespectful. I know it's gonna sound disrespectful, right? I know it's gonna sound disrespectful. But every time I see Deuce McBride play point guard, I think nothing beats a Jet 2 Holiday. Yo, hand to the man, bro. Hand to the man. Every time I see Deuce McBride play point guard, I think disaster incoming. And it's because I feel like, as much as I love Deuce, I feel like at the NBA level, that ain't him. That ain't him. That ain't him, bro. And y'all know I like Deuce. I like all these kids. The only kid that we drafted and that we cultivated and has played for the Knicks in the Leon Rose era is that damn ham sandwich. The only one I dislike, venomous. That's the only one. Everybody else, man, I got a soft spot in my heart for, like, all the even the ones that have become veterans, like Deuce and Mitchell Robinson. I still root for RJ. I still root for Obi. I still root for Quickly. I still root for Jumpman. Let me do my. I'm gonna put my. So it's no disrespect to Deuce McBride, because Deuce is good at a lot of stuff. Facilitating the offense, in my opinion, is just not it. Like, creating shots for himself and others is, like Austin Powers said, that's not his bag, baby. It's just not. No disrespect, because he's good. He's a hustle defender, can guard ones and twos. He can, but if we make it deep into the playoffs, and I'm gonna ask Sherwin this, Sherwin, if we make it to the NBA Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who would you rather have guarding SGA and Jalen Williams, Deuce McBride or Ben Simmons? I'm gonna ask Dre that. Dre, when we make it to the NBA Finals and say we play the Oklahoma City Thunder, who would we rather have guarding SGA and Jalen Williams? Deuce McBride or Ben Simmons? Say Denver makes it. Who would we rather have guarding Jamal Murray, Jokic, and all those other guys? Deuce McBride? Deuce McBride or Ben Simmons? That's just what I'm thinking about at this moment. Now, here's the thing. We don't know how the NBA season is going to play out, right? We don't know how the NBA season plays out. That's why it's an 82-game marathon, and that's why the first team to win 16 games is the NBA champion. That's why the first team to win 16 games is, before they lose 4, is the NBA champ. Fritz Alcindor is in the building. Salute, Fritz. What's good, man?
Hey, what's up, Freezy?
I'm chilling, man. I'm slightly interested in Bol Bol. I'm about 17% interested in bringing Bol Bol in.
Wow, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
I don't know. He keeps getting chances.
Yeah, but he's getting like these 1 year, like when he's getting onesies, twosies, bro. I think legit, and maybe it's his personality, bro. You think that's what it is?
I don't know. Everybody says, yeah, I think he's just comfortable. I think he liked the NBA lifestyle, but
he's not a worker.
I mean, that's what people say. Sometimes that people see the talent and they don't see the, he just can't put it together. But he's like one person, like you put him in preseason and just let him do his thing, like he'll wow you.
Yeah.
But then during the season, when like real time, he's not a team player. Like he don't embrace his role.
Yeah, like he probably is a scorer that doesn't want to play defense.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's a scorer that doesn't want to play defense, right? But at the same time, he doesn't score all that efficiently. Well, for his career, he shoots 55% from the floor. That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not interested in him at all. At all.
Really?
Nah.
Yeah. I think he brings a interesting dynamic to a team. I don't want him in my rotation just yet. I think it's interesting to have him around, though. Yeah. HRM says Delano Banton is out there, bro. I've been a fan of Delano Banton since he was in Toronto. Y'all know that, bro. Y'all know. I've been pause, and I've been wanting that man for a long time. Pause, relax, big pause.
So there was like some news this week in the NBA, but it went very under the radar. The CBA math changed for next year.
The what?
Like where the cap is?
Yeah,
it changed. So everybody has about $1 million more dollars.
Okay.
To spend. So the Knicks can they still could make they can almost get two vets, almost. Still a little off. They may have to make a move, but yeah, they got about $1 million more dollars. So it's probably a little bit more realistic that they got two vets.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie to you. The last two contracts, I would prefer for those to be vets. Because the Knicks right now at the moment have like 8 young guys.
Yeah.
Like 8 young guys out of 18 is a lot, bro.
But they got to do something. Like it can't be just eight guys chilling. Like it can't be, you know what I mean? 8 young guys chilling. 8 projects going. Like you ain't gonna have 8 projects. You gotta have 8 projects on this team.
I understood. I'm with you.
It's like 1 or 2 guys, like you could be working on, 1 or 2 guys, like they'll eventually turn around, but like the rest of y'all gotta be ready.
Right. This is Nick Yak is in the building. Wong in the building. Salute. Yeah. HRM says trade Kolick and get Grimes. Bro, if Leon Rose want me to stop doing Knicks content, he'll trade it for Quentin Grimes.
Grimes ain't going nowhere.
If legit, Knicks officials, if you wanna shut down Uncle Freezy, go trade for Quentin Grimes.
Yeah,
Go
it's not
trade
even.
for Quentin.
It's not even like realistic. It's not like. Yeah, it's not even realistic. But like, Sixers gotta pay him. Like you intentionally not sign Yabusele because you said you wanted to keep Quentin Grimes. If you don't keep Quentin Grimes, like you're gonna have to answer to a lot of people when Yabusele put up this year.
Bro, I be trying to tell y'all, Fritz. I gotta listen to your man, bro. I know a little something, bro. I connect with a lot of people, bro. I'm telling y'all, the Sixers never liked Gershon Yabusele. They don't like him. Period.
The fans or is it the front office?
It's everybody, bro. They don't like Gershon Yabusele. Period.
Wow.
Right? I've been telling people that like before he was a free agent. They don't like him. Right? Think about it. If Philly had wanted to keep him, right? Don't you think there'd be like an uproar somewhere? You would hear at least some murmurings, some Philly fans somewhere like, yo, hey, such and such. Each Sleep Sixers are my people. Those my people. They have a YouTube channel. They do a pregame and a postgame every day, like every game day, right? I rock with them. Y'all see me connect with them on Twitter once in a while, right? Bro, Gershon Yabusele is not beloved by the Sixers. Dre said they couldn't afford it. Bro, okay. I'm going to tell Dre separately. Y'all close your ears. I'm going to tell Dre. They don't like him. Period. It's not about money. Bro, they don't like Gershon Yabusele.
Under Mike Brown?
Dre said defense. Bro, okay. I'm going to call. I should call my guy right now and tell him that. Bro, they don't like him.
I think a lot of people were upset that they didn't get anything for him. Like
they don't. Fritz, I'm gonna say it to you so you can understand it, bro. They don't like him. Like I'm trying to say it in words where everybody can understand, but clearly people are like, nah, man, blah blah blah. Nah, bro. They didn't like him during the season. They didn't like him they don't like him, bro.
Oh man.
They just like Philly is just like good riddance.
Oh, maybe it's his attitude. maybe it's he liked to talk. You could tell them dudes who like to talk.
And I'm not saying that Gershon Yabusele is a bad player or a bad person. What I'm saying is I've had conversations with people that are in the know. Right? Yeah, I had my guy on the show. He already been King Green come out here. King Green came out and hung out with me last summer. He came on the show. Bro, some guys they just don't like in Philly. Gershon Yabusele is one. There are some others, right? It's just like if Knicks fans don't like a certain player. It's like if Knicks fans don't like Julius Randle, there's nothing you can tell. You can't a Knicks fan that don't like Julius Randle, you can't tell him nothing, bro. Right? That's just what it is. It's like Fritz, how many people you know that don't like Julius Randle? Just Knicks fans. It's a lot of them, right?
Not recently.
Oh, not really, because he's gone. I'm talking about when he was here.
Oh yeah, they always yeah. Yeah, they always want something different.
The thing with think about the money, right? Think about the money that the Knicks paid Gershon Yabusele. You telling me the Sixers couldn't match that?
Yeah, that was the shocking thing because like they're like, oh no, like we need every cent. We need every cent for Grimes, and I was like, really? Like you don't need every cent for Grimes. Like if you ain't gonna pay Grimes, it ain't like somebody else is gonna jump up and say, here's 25 million.
That be the way like organizations and people like talk in the press. Like if they ain't got no intention to sign nobody, they be like, hey, we just don't have the money. Right? They know they're not gonna sign it, dude. Because you could have offered that dude, you could have had the contract wait for Yabusele. I don't know if they could have extended him, saying he was a 1 year guy. I don't know like when he actually
No,
signed with them.
he would have to sign like a whole new contract.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, I didn't know whatever. But bro, do you telling me the Sixers couldn't have paid more money to Yabusele than the Knicks paid, even if it was slightly more?
They could have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why he was upset. He was upset. It's like y'all didn't even try. Like they
you
they
know why,
offered,
right? You know why, right?
yeah. So, but
Bro, the reason why they didn't even offer is because they don't like him. And
they
I've
said
spoken to
he made an offer.
I've spoken to 4 individual Sixers content creators, 3 on one show and one that does a show by himself. And everybody say the same thing about Yabusele. He's like, nah, get this dude out of here. They don't like bro. They don't
We
like.
better
And the
than
thing
this, Freezy. We
is
better than
Grimes
this.
got buckets with them too. But people think they like Grimes, right? If they like Grimes so much, why they draft a guy that plays his position when they could have drafted Ace Bailey?
They took best player available in their minds anyway.
Oh well,
Straight up
yeah,
quick.
of course, yeah.
And but to be honest with you, shout out Fritz. What up, Fritz? What up, Freezy?
Hey, what's up?
Bro, they have 3 players making like 85% of the cap next year. That's why he's not back. They
No,
literally
Dre,
can't even
no. The
afford.
reason why
They're
he's
trying
not
to, bro.
there
They're literally
is
trying
because
to dump
they
off.
don't like Gershon Yabusele.
If they could bring him back on $6 million,
Nah, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't have. Bro, I'm telling you what they told me, bro, to my face.
Are they in the front office or no?
Okay.
Or are
Well,
they
is
just
Dre in the
fans?
front office?
I'm not. But the numbers are the numbers. You could argue semantics in terms of opinion. The numbers are the numbers. They don't have the option for anything but vet minimums. The only reason they have a shot at Grimes is because they have his bird rights. They can't sign anything else unless it's a vet minimum. They literally can't do anything else. The only reason they have an offer at Grimes is because he's a restricted free agent. That's it. That's it. They can't sign anyone else unless they're making a minimum. They're trying to dump what's his name,
Dre, hey, hold on,
Andre
wait,
Drummond.
Dre. You're
They're
telling
trying to
me
dump Andre Drummond, and nobody wants it.
but I'm respectfully, you're telling me that a army of front office people cannot figure out a way to bring back a guy that they would like to be there. You're telling me 200 people can't figure out a way to bring back Gershon Yabusele.
If they could have figured out a way to dump Andre Drummond, they would have brought it. They would have had him back. But no one wants Andre Drummond's contract.
Bro.
That's
Okay.
why. That's the only because you're not going to be able to trade. You're not going to be able to trade Embiid. Nobody wants Paul George's contract.
Nope.
Everybody they love their young players. There's no other movable piece on that team to even clear the room to get your Gershon back that other teams want. And the ideal way for them to do that is to get rid of Andre Drummond because he makes $5 million, and nobody wants that. Nobody, not a single soul. You couldn't even, and they don't want to give up more assets just to offload someone, especially in the condition that they're in, where they have 2 guys on super maxes, especially Embiid making a 35% max. They're not going to offload assets. They're like in between trying to reset somehow. But and for that point, it's like, bro, why would we try to get rid of assets just to have Gershon Yabusele back when he's a 30-year-old role player? Like he's a solid player. He's not going to make the difference for where they are right now. He means less than nothing to their team, and he means a lot more to what we're trying to do. To be absolutely honest with you, because if you look at their books, just look at their books. Tyrese Maxey's cap hit is gonna hit $40 million, bro. Paul George is $50 million. Embiid is damn near 60. Where are they gonna? They literally don't have access to any exception except for the minimum. And the only way they can get access another exception, besides using the restricted free agency on Grimes, the only other way they can access that is to dump money, which is guys like Andre Drummond, and nobody wants Andre Drummond. So how are they going to sign him? Like, by the book, there was no way for them to actually legitimately sign him back to anything more than a minimum or like $4 million. Unless they wanted to uproot and
Respectfully,
move
I
more
hear you.
assets
I
for a
hear you.
mid-team.
I hear you. And respectfully, I'm telling you, this goes back to the season. I'm talking about when the Sixers were actually playing live basketball. The Sixers don't like Gershon Yabusele, bro. Period.
He's a role player.
There's no romance in here with Philly and Gershon Yabusele, bro. There is no secret love affair between these two. They don't like him. He signed with the Knicks. We have him. I'm glad he's here. That's it. Fritz just told us just a second ago that in the CBA that every team unexpectedly has more money.
$1 million.
$1
$1
million
million
more.
would not have been enough to bring him back. $1 million is the difference between us having the option for one more vet minimum player. That's not even half of a vet minimum contract.
No, that's not the point there. The
So
point
that
there,
$1 million is not
the point there is that you're closer to your goal of keeping him. That's the point. The point
and
is
even with that $1
you
million,
close
he
the
wouldn't
gap.
have been able to keep him.
Yeah.
Is my point.
Yeah, I think that
because the only exception they have access to is literally the minimum. That's it. Look at their books. First, go look at their books.
Yeah.
Their books are swamped right now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Yuri? Hey, hold on. Hey, Dre was chopping. Go ahead, Dre.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro, like, look at their books. Their only exception they have access to is the minimum exception. That's it. They can't pay for anything else unless they dump more money.
Bro,
And they've been attempting to dump and dump and dump. They've gotten off of one contract, but they can't get off of the Drummond one. If they would have gotten rid of Drummond, Yabusele would have gotten an equal contract. And he wouldn't have got no contract with the Sixers. And at that point, Yabusele could.
Dre keep telling y'all that, man.
I'm
telling y'all because I heard it from the horse's mouth. The Sixers don't like Gershon Yabusele. That's from the horse's mouth. And I feel you. I respect the analytics and the calculator and all that stuff part of it. But if they wanted him, bro, they'd have kept him. Like the Knicks and Karl Anthony Towns, right? Because I heard how y'all talked about the cat trade last summer, right? Y'all were gushing over how a smart front office can find ways and loopholes and all this stuff if they indeed want a player. And then now I'm hearing, that a front office ain't gone. They just handcuffed.
Okay, I'll phrase it like this, Freezy. We wanted Isaiah Hartenstein. If we wanted him bad enough, we wouldn't have made the cat trade. But clearly, we have different other priorities and other things that we have to get to. And that's why he's not here.
Right.
There are priorities. There's a hierarchy. Like, they, from everything that I've read in front of their GM, they actually love Yabusele. Their GM does, specifically. But he doesn't rank high enough in their priorities moving forward, considering the mess that their roster is, considering their cap is just an absolute mess right now.
Okay.
Like you can like someone, but sometimes it ain't worth doing X, Y, and Z to keep that person. Just like it ain't worth doing, just like it wasn't worth giving Isaiah Hartenstein $25 million. Because the move to even get Isaiah Hartenstein, you got to move salary to do it. And we were like, why would we do that? We would just move salary to go get Cat. Like, at some point, you're not going to go through hell and high water for a role player. Like, he's a solid role player. He ain't moving the needle for them, considering where they are.
Daryl, I just researched that, man. Daryl Morey said that after he had already signed with the Knicks. He said that, bro. I did no, dude, because I wanted to, because I hadn't seen it. He said that after dude had already signed with the Knicks.
Okay.
That's just him saying. That's just him being classy. That's in my mind. That's what I take from it.
Todd Barbie. If the Knicks wanted to give him more money, they would have to move salary, is my point. They would have to move players up out of here to pay him.
To pay who, though? To pay who?
Hart. If they really wanted him that bad.
Right.
But they didn't want him that bad.
Right.
That's the same thing with him. We could value a player, but there's a certain extent that you're valuing that player, considering your cap structure, your team situation, and where you're headed. And it wasn't worth it for us to do that Hart thing, and that Yabusele thing wasn't worth it for them. They could still view him as a quality player, but at you're a 30-year-old role player, and you're trying to do this quasi rebuild with a bunch of young guys. At some point, you just gotta. You don't have to do that. You don't have to just try to give up assets to move Andre Drummond just to re-sign a 30-year-old role player for a year or two. At that point, it's just like, what are you doing it for? He's not pushing you into the championship window. So why even bother? Like, the things we would have to do to bring back Hartenstein would have made us a much worse team.
Can I pick off of that if you don't mind? Because I would like to speak on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I understand where you're coming from. What's your name again? Because I don't think I've seen you.
Oh, I took the name. Yeah, my bad. Hold on. I got you.
Dre.
My bad. Hold on. Where is it? I don't know what the. That's Dre. That's IKB.
Dre. No, I would like to pick up where you left off on that, because I definitely agree. Like, at the time during last year's free agency too, we had to literally give up Isaiah Hartenstein. And I didn't like that move because I really wanted him back, especially after the contributions he made. But looking back on it, it was probably a good move to, re-sign OG instead. And give
that
OG
re-signing was going to happen whether we liked it or not. That man was going to get his money.
That man was going to get his money.
Yeah.
And I like that we at least kept one of those players, at least. And there was a lot of interference with the new CBA rules at the time. We weren't able to give Isaiah Hartenstein that money.
Yeah.
And
we could only give him 4 over 70.
We could have
72 over 4 years.
We could have given him that much.
If we had to give him anything more than that, we would have to make a roster move. And doing roster moves for Isaiah Hartenstein just sounds crazy. Just like doing roster moves for a 30-year-old role player in Yabusele sounds crazy, especially if you're not actually winning anytime soon. Like, why would you do that? It makes no sense.
Fritzy, I have a prediction about the whole Yabu and Philly saga. I believe beginning of the season of last year, when the Phillies had that team meeting closed behind closed doors, we all know Maxey called him out, right? But it was always the one who leaked it. Embiid said he knew who leaked it. And if I saw Yabu speaking to France the way he did when they were playing in Poland, I have a slight opinion on who leaked that meeting, and I think it was Yabusele that leaked that meeting.
He already admitted. He basically admitted to the Philly drama. Basically,
okay, exactly.
He said he's a high energy player that's very emotional and all this stuff. It might be a fit for the Knicks.
Oh, if we need it.
But
the Knicks need that
a fit in Philly, maybe not so much, right? Like legitimately, there are times last year when Sixers fans was booing this man on the floor.
Well, the speculation on who snitched was Eric Gordon, not Yabusele.
So it was Eric Gordon.
It was Eric Gordon.
I can see why.
Not Yabusele.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So it was Eric Gordon. My bad about the Yabusele thing. I don't be one to trick rumors and slander. Y'all know me. I try to stay away from that. So if it's Eric Gordon, then my bad to Yabusele.
You're straight.
But I always thought just Yabusele is just like they were like a stepping stone. Like he took little money, so let me play here for a year, and then I'm gonna get more money. The Knicks are just a stepping stone. Like after this year is over, Yabusele is it's gonna go out again, and he's gonna look for more money.
You
Like,
The
think he's
only
going to be a
way
rental?
Yabusele is back is if he has a season-ending injury. That's it.
yeah. So I mean, yeah. So unless you're willing to give more money, Philly, I don't think 5 would have did it. Like he was looking for real money, and I think Knicks are just a stepping stone to
He basically
whatever
was.
he can.
I agree. He basically was like, "I'll take this $6 million, prove I can be quality to a winning team, and see what winning organizations have some money out there the following year, and I can be a plug-in guy for 10, $12 million."
Yeah.
That's basically how he was viewed. Because when you're a role player on a bad team, you're already a depressed asset. Even if even if you fit, like for instance, you remember the money Bobby Portis was going to get when he first got to the Bucks? Dude was playing on a vet minimum.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't making no money, and he had to rehab his image as, hey, a guy that can win on a team instead of an empty stats guy. And Yabusele's in that hole where it's like theoretically his skill set would mesh on a good basketball team, but he was on a bad basketball team. And as a role player, what can a role player do on a bad basketball team? Not all that much. Like your whole skill set is to basically emphasize the skill sets of your stars and play off of them. But that was just bad basketball over there that he was part of. And he's trying to touch the market when more teams have money the following year.
I agree. And here's the thing, too. We're like a couple of weeks away from their first preseason game in Abu Dhabi as well. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go for both teams, for both Philly and the Knicks. I got the Knicks obviously winning the preseason games.
It's just preseason. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I feel like I disagree. I feel like the preseason matters in context because it's going to see how we see the Knicks play defense and offense.
Well, fair, but I meant like in terms of actually winning the game, that doesn't matter. But
Yeah, it
the
doesn't
process,
matter.
cool. Yeah, I understand that.
The Yabusele thing is interesting in that. What the question is, I think that's a very interesting question. What would Yabusele do on a playoff caliber team that got ravaged by injuries and turned into a lottery team?
Yeah.
Because I think he
Not all that
probably made the best of his situation. Right? Like when I look at the numbers, I see 11 points on 50% from the floor and 38% from three, 72% from the free throw line. For a big, those numbers are excellent for a big. Now, mind you, I didn't follow Gershon Yabusele like the Knicks. I depend on the content creators that follow him to kind of guide me in that way, because no one can watch every NBA player of every NBA team every night.
You could only hope for at best a 15-game sample if you watch League Pass. That's about it.
Mhm.
At best, 15 games.
And so this guy, and so I think he played. Where's his minutes at? He played. Come on. So he played 27 minutes a game last year for the Sixers. He started 43 games, and he averaged 11 points and 5.6 rebounds in 27 minutes. 2 assists. His effective field goal percentage was just a tick under 60%. To me, that's not that's good. You know, for a guy off the street, for a guy that hadn't played in the NBA in 4 years, and you give that, getting at the same time you're getting used to the speed of the game. Now you're thrust into the starting lineup. Now you're, whatever. To me, that's pretty good. There's something about him, though, that Philly fans don't like. Now, mind you, I'm saying Philly fans. So this is not Orlando fans or Oklahoma City fans or Utah fans. Philly fans are in that Boston, New York type of fan base where if they like you, they love you forever. They're gonna wear your jersey to work. But if they hate you, they want you gone. Right? It's just how these fan bases are, right? I can't make them change. No matter how much I tell fans, like, you got to cut people grace, and these people are people, they're human beings. Philly, New York, Boston, they don't care. They just don't. And the irony is Gershon Yabusele, Fritz, basically is playing for all three of these teams. He started off in Boston, played for Philly last year, and now he's with the Knicks.
I want to know the reaction he's going to get when he's back in Philly. When he's back in Philly when the season starts.
Man, they're going to boo the hell out of that man, bro.
They're going to boo the hell out of that man?
Yeah, they're going to boo the hell out of that man, bro.
Yeah, and I'm going to make a prediction. I think
but it'll probably motivate him, though. You know,
I think he's going to hit a game winner on Philly. I really do believe that. I think he's going to give them the night.
Yeah.
I 100% believe that.
Yeah, when I talked to King Green and them, bro, yeah. These dudes, bro, when I was talking to them like about the roster, I'm like, yo, they like, yo, blow it up, trade everybody. I'm like, yo, even Maxey, like, hey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
Maxey's caught a rock in a hard place. He can't get out of that.
And so the thing is with Philly fans, and I'm not speaking for everyone, but just representatives of the Philly fan base. Basically, they get tired of the Hal Greer type scorer, the undersized scoring machine in Philly, get a bunch of buckets, but they never win nothing. Right? The 6'2", 6'3" scoring machine gonna get you a ton of points and not advance nowhere. It get old to them. Right? To us, we wish we had that, like an undersized scoring machine that could get you points in bunches. We're not used to that. So when they say that, it sounds, and maybe they just frustrated with the direction of Philly with all the talent and coming off the trust the process and still not winning the chip. Maybe there's lingering frustration from that. But I'd venture to say the dislike for Gershon Yabusele may not just be because of what he provides offensively. Maybe there's something else that they despise. And I don't know what it is because I hadn't seen him enough.
I feel like we could put the Ben Simmons thing to rest, though, honestly. I don't think he's coming to New York. As a matter of fact, I don't think he's going to sign anywhere. I think he's retiring.
You talking about Gershon Yabusele?
Oh, good son.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Hey, Dre, is there a thing about Gershon Yabusele that we might be missing? Fritz, is there a thing about his game that we might be missing?
He shoots the three pretty well. Like, he shoots the three. I don't know. To me, he kind of like reminds me of his rebounding isn't so great.
Yeah,
the rebounding. That's
rebounding. I think people look at someone who's like, oh, he's a power forward, so he should be able to rebound. Like, nah, that's not his focus.
Yeah. Didn't he play center for them though?
At times, yeah.
Dre, is there something missing from his game, bro?
Missing?
Yeah.
Theoretically, when he was drafted, he was supposed to be a good defender. Maybe on a bad team, maybe he's not really a good defender. But he brings some measure of versatility offensively that we never really had in terms of a guy that's a connector and can space. And he sets damn good screens, to be absolutely honest with you. So, I mean, there's certain parts of his game that aren't that impressive. But as a role player, he's not something that you would ask too much of if you're talking about a $6 million role player coming off your bench.
Yeah, he's a lot of energy though. Like that's the thing. Like he's like a football player playing basketball. Like he's a handful. Like he's aggressive on the offensive, but he's big dude.
Yuri, is he the Knicks version of, say, a Nas Reed then?
This is Yabusele, right?
Yeah.
He shoots a three, right?
Nasri is way more explosive. But
Exactly.
he's a more talented player, so
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it.
Are we explosive how? Like scoring?
He's
yeah. Like
scoring
Nasri on any
wise,
given night will give you 20.
will
Okay.
will give you 10 to
Yabusele is the
20.
guy that'll play off. You don't run offense for Yabusele. Yabusele is the guy that helps helps gravity around your star player. Whereas
Okay.
Nasri is the guy like, hey, if Nasri is on a heater, he might get 30 tonight. Yabusele ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do
Who's
that.
that guy? Who was it? Who played for Boston? A few years ago. I mean, played
Well,
for Boston.
Yabusele played for Boston.
No, I mean, played for Boston, played for Atlanta. Like he was a. I'm trying to think of who this
Al
is.
Horford.
Gallinari?
Al Horford.
Al Horford.
Let,
You said Boston and Atlanta. So.
let me look it up. I'll get back to it.
Yeah, because when you said explosive, I was thinking like, there's no way y'all
Not
think Nasri.
verticality. I'm just meaning scoring. Like
Like
an explosive
aggressive.
scorer.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I was asking for clarity because it just off of this dude is like a live wire compared to Nas Reed, who's a more calculated skill player with some athleticism. Right, like if we had Nas Reed, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Right?
Oh, you know what? Okay, Jabari Parker.
I can see it.
Nah, Jabari. Hey, man.
Yeah, I
Hey,
don't know, bro.
please tell him about Jabari Parker for them knee injuries.
Fair.
They thought he was gonna be, bro. As a Duke fan, y'all know
that hurts.
how y'all know how I preach to y'all. If you want a franchise player, draft Duke's small forward. Y'all know how to tell y'all that, right? Like legit, if you want to restart your franchise, if you want a blue chipper, you gotta grab somebody from Duke, right? If you want to grab a crybaby soft player that's gonna get injured and y'all gonna complain about him a lot, grab a Kentucky player, right? and that Kentucky player is gonna get the max, right? but Jabari Parker, bro, he was like the bigger, stronger version of Carmelo. And I'm talking about at the same age. I'm not talking about Carmelo at 31 and this dude at 20. I'm talking about like this dude at 19 was better than Melo at 19. This dude at 20 was better than Melo at 20. This dude at 21 is better than Melo at 21. And y'all know Melo at 21
was beast mode.
Was a problem, bro. When the athleticism was there, when Melo's
first step,
youthful athleticism was there.
When Melo had the first step,
yeah,
and he just threw a pump fake, and he was right at the rim.
Man, you were done.
You couldn't stop him, bro. And this was Jabari Parker, bro. Jabari Parker was that plus the physicality at the rim. Like he was going to dunk regardless. He was going to dunk through contact. You know how like dudes get to the basket, they, go hit their free throws? This dude was going to dunk through contact. You couldn't stop him. But knee injuries, bro, they really derailed that guy, bro.
And he became a shooter, right? And Carmelo became a shooter from therefore mid-range.
Yeah, he could still, he had skill, but he wasn't the same. He is a classic what if story, in my opinion.
The what ifs always hurt.
Jabari Parker and past eras of the NBA would have been a classic three. A classic small forward.
Fritzy, I know you compared Yabu to who'd you compare him to?
No, I was thinking of like Jabari Parker, like when he was on the Celtics.
I think
like
Yabusele reminds me a little bit of, might be a stretch saying this, but I'm going to say it because he goes off of pure energy and he's got that attitude. I'm going to go Anthony Mason. I think. Nah, I figured.
At first, that was the first thing.
But he developed a jumper. So.
Yeah, and then you start breaking down his game. He
and the only reason I push back on the Jabari Parker thing is Yabusele has the role player instincts to like, hey, I'm gonna set a screen for my star player, and I'm gonna set a good screen, and I'm gonna roll, and I'm gonna get out the way. Whereas Jabari Parker would be like, hey, I'm here to score, so I'm gonna set a screen, and I better get the ball because I'm gonna put up this 18-foot jumper.
Yeah,
Even on the Celtics, he would score first.
yeah. Even when he's around scorers,
He scored first.
he scored first. He scored
It-
first.
It's hard to shake that mentality when you're like a blue chipper that was born here, as opposed to like a European player.
And he from Chicago. And y'all already know when you're when you're a historic player from Chicago, bro, you think about the guys that come from Chicago that are pure buckets like Tim Hardaway,
Isaiah Thomas.
as Isaiah Thomas. Bro, when you're the man in Chicago, when they still say your name right now in Chicago, bro. Yeah. Yeah. The thing about Gershon Yabusele, I think, was a problem with Philly is the reliance on the jumper at times. And what the Philly fans told me was his defense is terrible and he don't care. That's what they told me. Now, mind you, I understand. So, Fritz, the reason why I asked you if he played center last year, the reason why I ask is because I want you to elaborate. Like, did they legit set that man up for failure by playing him at center last year? Because if he was if he was playing center in a scheme that needed a big center to have like a lot of rim protection, shut down, grab a lot of rebounds, then they set that man up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Then I could see why they would boo that man because of bad defense, because they put him in a no-win situation. I could see that as a hoop head. I can understand that because I understand basketball and I think I understand people. Right? Like you set that man up. Huh?
Can I answer that?
Can I finish?
Nurse.
Let me just want to finish the thing. Just
Okay.
Because the thing is with the screening, he is an excellent screener. Right? He is an excellent screener. And he has excellent footwork off the screen. Right? Like he can screen and pop and be in situations where he can shoot and knock down threes or middies or whatever. Right? He's got good footwork going to the rim. Like for somehow with his physical frame, his Herculean frame, he can get to the rim and finish. The only thing that's not there with him is his ability to pass when the shot is not there. Like he's not going to give you not even a sprinkling of playmaking. At least not with the Sixers that I saw. Like when they shut off the water, can you do something else? No. Right. And then the defense, when you are getting taken off the dribble and guys, when you're getting eaten up by the $20 million centers, and y'all know who the $20 million centers are, like the guys that can get 18 and 8 every night if in the flow, you know what I'm saying? Like the Valanciunas, Vucevic, the guy in Toronto?
Pirtle.
Yeah, Pirtle. Like those guys legit eat Gershon Yabusele up, but it's not because of that. These guys are skilled around the rim, and Yabusele is basically a jumbo wing non-center guy forced to play center in a scheme that he's learning on a team that he's only been with for a year. So was he put in a disadvantaged position and the fans didn't like it, or did he just not care? And it's to me, it puts you in that situation. Like, why were they booing him? Were they booing him because he looked laissez-faire on defense, or because he actually tried to play a new position and just wasn't good at it defensively?
Well, this is one thing that I do know about Nick Nurse teams. He wants as much switchability as possible. He wants versatility. That Sixers team didn't have that, especially when Joel Embiid went down.
Right.
Like their set of wings was trash. Like their best wing was Kelly Oubre. Like let's call a spade a spade. While Paul George was often injured, so
And ineffective at times too, by the way.
Yeah. So at that point, it's just like he was basically a role player, but all his flaws shown up because he had to be overexhausted and overused. He's really a 20-minute player that got to play 30 plus minutes when he shouldn't. And the reason he like got a lot of those starts is because of a lot of injuries. And when you overexpose a role player, that's what you get.
You just cut me deep, bro. You ain't had to do that, bro. Yo, Fritz, you see how everything lead back to Josh Hart, bro? Fritz, you see how Dre with Dre everything
I
lead
wasn't
back
even
to a
thinking
Josh
about
Hart
Josh
diss,
Hart.
bro.
I'm just enjoying Josh Hart while he's here.
Yeah.
I think Josh Hart's going to retire, Nick. Honestly,
No, I think he's Marcus Smart right now.
you think so?
No, I think he's Marcus Smart, and then right before they traded,
If we don't win a championship, he is the first one gone.
I
yeah.
believe.
his contract is perfect for this summer. So like, yeah, his contract is perfect.
We all love Josh Hart. We appreciate what he does on and off the court. Roommates
We speak
podcast.
French?
He speak what?
You said we. Are we French?
Okay. I
meant with the W. I meant we.
Okay.
I know I'm messing with you, man.
Yeah.
I took that literally. My bad. That was a good one. You caught me off guard there. No, like Josh Hart to me is going to go down as one of my favorite Knicks players of all time. I love Hart, man. Just I got too much love for him.
I like Josh too. In terms of Yabusele, though, I ain't gonna front y'all. I like the idea of Yabusele scoring in a Mike Brown system. I don't like the idea of if Mitch sits out tonight or if Cat sits out a couple of games, then the exploratory lineups have Yabusele playing some minutes at the 5. I honestly don't like that.
More than 5 minutes at the 5 in any game is a problem. You better dust off Huck Porty.
Right.
I agree. I think Hulk Porter is going to see minutes on the floor, though, this year.
He might be our backup center.
Who was that? You said?
I said he might be a backup center.
who is the backup center though? Is what I'm asking.
Huck Porty.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I said, decisions will be made. He better be ready.
So my question is it a possibility? And I think most of us know what's coming. What do you think is going to happen with Mitch this year? Do you think?
All right, and so everybody, I'm gonna just close the door on the Gershon Yabusele thing just by saying this, so we can move on.
Yeah.
Hey, the Gershon Yabusele thing is this: it's a complicated matter, and things just because they look one way on the surface may not be true underneath the surface. Like what you saw may not be the reality of what your eyes were telling you. Like Philly fans legit at times questioned if he wanted to be a 6 or not. They questioned his defense. They questioned a lot of stuff. They don't like him, right? And in my mind, if Gershon Yabusele was put in a no-win situation, and he didn't look like the player that they wanted him to, that might be the reason why they soured on him. Now with the Knicks, I don't think there's a situation where you're going to see Gershon Yabusele playing minutes at the 5 at all. And to be honest with you, the Knicks have, in my mind, they have 4 centers better than him at center right now without even going to training camp. But in terms of
who's the
physicality, center?
Who's the 4th center?
Najee.
Who is the 4th?
Oh, I don't know. Is he on the roster?
James Najee?
Yeah.
They have his rights.
Rights.
Kev McCullough is not on the roster.
Yeah, true.
Right. I'm just saying, just in general, though. I'm just saying in general, right? In general, the Knicks have 4 centers that are better than Gershon Yabusele. And when it comes to the Mike Brown system of having jumbo wing 4 types, shooting the 3 and being switchable in transition. I don't know how that's going to work out with a 6'8", 260-pound man. But what I do know is that Yabusele is a bucket. That's what I do know. And the Knicks have not had two bigs on the floor that can score at the same time since.
Who was the best scoring big next to Pat?
They never
Camby?
had one. They never,
I never had
one.
one.
No.
They never had a big that could score. A guy that could go for 30. They never had one.
Canner?
No.
Canner, but he didn't play no defense.
Yeah, but who played next to Cantor?
Who was that center that the Knicks had that we traded to the Bulls that had the broken free throw? You don't remember?
Oh, you talking about Bill Cartwright? Bill Cartwright.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that, man. You know who Bill Cartwright is, bro. Bill
The
Cartwright
way
was a top 3 pick. We got him out of San Francisco, bro.
It slipped my mind. I just remember the broken.
When we drafted Bill Cartwright, I was like, New York basketball is back. Like the feeling y'all had for Pat Ewing, I had that feeling for Bill Cartwright, and it just didn't quite turn out the same. It didn't quite turn out the same. Yo, it didn't quite turn out the same.
Drafting another 7-footer when you already had Pat is insanity.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Fritz, I think you're alluding to Mitchell Robinson being traded. Why?
Because it's decision time, and he keeps doubling down on that bet on myself. And I don't think we're gonna find out. I don't think it's a situation where, hey, we can see next summer what's up.
So you're saying this is FAFO?
Yes, this is. You should have learned from Randall. You should have read the room, Mitchell Robinson.
Dre, you think the Knicks will trade Mitch?
I don't know if they will, but they have all the capability to do so at their own leisure. I don't know if they absolutely will. I think some of that is dependent on how Mike Brown feels about him, because they feel like they do give coaches some autonomy in roster construction.
Mm.
And if Mike Brown is like, hey, I want to play fast all the time, probably not having Mitch probably doesn't really factor in his mind. So you never know.
I think Mitchell Robinson is a $30 million
flexibility-
a year player, bro.
But in terms of flexibility for the roster, this team has always shown the willingness to move forward if you don't sign a contract that we put out there for you.
I don't know, bro. They let OG hit free agency.
Oh, they knew he was coming back, though.
I know, but I'm talking about in terms of the way the statement was made. In terms of the way the statement was made.
There was little to no speculation on, what is OG going to do as far as his contract? That man came out there with a blown out hamstring. He knew that check was on the way.
Yeah.
Any other guy that was any kind of like question mark and coming back, they were not screwing up their body for that check.
And also the run, like what 2 games in, we started that run when OG came in.
Oh, you talking about as soon as OG showed up, we went 19-2. I'm sorry, 14-2 in January.
Yeah. And after that, he was set.
That contract was already signed up. They were just haggling over the money, the actual money at the end.
Right.
But the years, that was already.
I think Mitch is a keeper, and I do think that Mitchell Robinson is worth $30 million a year, at least 3 years, $30 million a piece, right? Because I'm looking at
not when your starting center makes $60 million.
Well, he make 53, but yeah, I understand what you're saying.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
But
and then their backups are gonna be wanting,
Yeah.
Freezy, if you were the Knicks front office and Deuce McBride came in your office asking about an extension, what are you saying?
Bro, did I tell you how I feel about Deuce McBride playing point guard? Every time I see Deuce McBride play a point guard, I think nothing beats a JetBlue holiday, bro.
Deuce McBride playing point guard in his contract negotiations, and he asking for an extension. What are you telling me?
Nah, bro, I ain't extending Deuce. If I was in the front office, and no disrespect to Deuce McBride, but if I was in the front office, Deuce wouldn't even be here.
Deuce got a couple months to get it together.
Yeah, and it's not, and listen, it's not because I dislike Deuce. It's not that. It's just because of the type of basketball I like to see. I just saw a 6'6" point guard win NBA MVP and lead his team to a NBA Finals and championship.
Freezy not trying to see nobody on the court that he's taller than. That's not an all-star.
Right. Y'all should.
I'm taller than you.
Hey, and I don't know if y'all missed it, but I brought my one of my real life friends, Ted, on Echo and Essence the other night, and he told everybody, he was like, "Yo, legit." He's like, "No, I'm gonna tell him." I'm like, "No, don't tell him, bro." He's like, "Yo, the Uncle Freezy you see on camera is the Uncle Freezy that's in real life." He like, because Ted is, I think Ted is 5'8", and I legit made that dude make that dude rebound when we play ball. I'm taking all the shots, bro. Don't even come right here. Right? If you not, bro, nah, bro. I ain't got no. Like legit, he told Coach and Triborough and all them dudes, he was like, "Bro, you ain't never seen that." I think he's like, "You ain't never seen a dude 6'6", bro." Like, and I'm like, "Bro, I'm not 6'6", bro." He's like, "You ain't never seen a dude like that. Like, just want to take all the shots, don't want to rebound, no nothing. All he want to do is shit." Yes. So if Deuce 6'2" and you can't play point guard, Fritz, what do you need with Fritz? What do you need with a 6'2" wing player, bro? It's not high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know how a 6'2", you could be a 6'2" wing player in 8th grade? Nah, bro. Mm-hmm. You can't be a 6'2" wing player in the NBA.
The big 8th graders play center.
Yeah. And there's nothing
Freezy, I know you hated when they made you center.
They told you where to stand, Freezy. They told you ain't supposed to be out there.
Bro, legit. What's the guy on the Queen show? Jeff. I talked to Jeff, right? Jeff was like, "Well, the reason why Deuce is here because he did some such and such and he's at a value contract." And I was telling, bro, I would trade Deuce McBride for Ryan Dunn right now. I legit would do that because here's the thing. Ryan Dunn is a 6'8" defender. Is his offense there? No. But you know what else you have? You have 3 full years of him at that price. And you're getting elite defense and size. And with Deuce, though, you're going to get every summer, we're going to have this conversation of what veteran point guard are we going to bring in to play alongside Deuce? Every summer. Hey, Drake, am I lying? Do we not have the conversation every summer about what point guard's going to come in and play with Deuce?
First, it was, is Deuce going to eventually turn into a point guard? Then we just all conceded this dude ain't never going to be no point guard. So who's the veteran point guard we going to put?
Right.
Gonna be, and now we're still mulling that because we're talking about Ben Simmons.
We're talking about Ben Simmons, bro. It started. Remember when it was Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was Derrick Rose. It was Alec Burks. It was who was here last year? Cameron Payne.
Oh my God,
bro! It was DeLon Wright last year.
DeLon Wright.
Bro,
DeLon Wright came to this team in the middle of the season and ran more points than Deuce. Ain't even know none of the plays.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nick Yak says Dunn is playing point. No, he's not playing point guard. But you know what he will do, though? He will shut the water off on all these wing scorers that Deuce be guarding. Like when we play the Celtics, we not worried about switching. You know why? Because if Tatum is out with the ball and they run pick and rolls, so you're going to switch Mikal Bridges on him or Ryan Dunn on him or OG Anunoby on him. He's gonna get a good defender on him every switch.
Freezy, why was Tibbs putting Deuce on Cade Cunningham?
6'7" Cade Cunningham.
At 235. 6'7", 235, being guarded by Deuce.
Cade was scoring points on OG Anunoby. What the hell is Deuce doing?
And this is no knock on Deuce. Now, mind you, Deuce guarding guys his size or similar size. Hey, man, I'm with it. But even in the playoffs, we saw 2 years ago, TJ McConnell
ran roughshod on him.
Right. And so it's not a thing about Deuce McBride, the person, because we like Deuce. I think he's the best leader on the team. From the sense I get, I'm not in the locker room. Right. I only go to games. I probably go to try to make at least 20 games a year. Right. I try to make 20 games a year. Right. And every time I see Deuce is the ultimate professional, the ultimate locker room guy, ultimate leader, all of that. Right. But when SGA is hitting game winners over Deuce, you look back at, hey, we had the perfect defense dialed up. It's just Deuce is 6'2" and that dude is 6'6". Well, I mean, what can you do?
Not a damn thing.
Now, mind you, I do understand when we had 6'6" guys here in front of Deuce, they couldn't even go. When we had Alec Burks, RJ Barrett, Evan Fournier, they couldn't even guard SGA. So I understand that point, right? I understand that, right? But it's not Deuce hate, right? It's Deuce appreciation that he is good at something other than playing point guard and guarding wing players. Mm-hmm. And no, Deuce McBride is not an off-ball guard. He's not.
So he's
off-ball
not starting.
Guards' names are like Reggie Miller, Michael
so he's
Jordan.
Not starting for Freezy's. He's not starting for Freezy.
No.
Not even on the church league team.
Nah, no, church league team. No. Fritz, can you tell Dre who's taking all the shots on the church league team? The church is gonna have a 6'5", 371-pound shooting guard with Jordans on.
Yeah, mm-hmm. He's gonna cuss you out if you don't give him the ball.
If the 5'6" old lady don't go down the rebound, he gonna cuss her out in church league. Miss Barbara, if you don't get your ass down there on them boards. So, yeah,
court smelling like Ben Gay.
Yep. Basically, but here's the thing: not that to make it a Deuce McBride referendum, but to just to mention that the look that Mitch gives us, maybe he's not a $30 million a year player. I don't want to believe that. I legitimately want to believe that Mitchell Robinson is a $30 million a year player because of what he does defensively. In my mind, if whatever Rudy Gobert makes, I'm not saying he's as good as Rudy Gobert around the rim, but he away from the rim and at the rim is comparable to what Rudy Gobert gives you.
Here's the crux.
Yeah,
teams pay for availability. That's why he's not a $30 million player. If he averaged 70 games played for his career, you best believe he's getting anywhere between 25 to 30. If he played 28 minutes a night for 70 games every season, he would average a double-double and be an elite defender, and that would be $30 million a year.
Yeah.
But because he averages like 50 and doesn't clear 25 minutes a night, that suppresses his value. So, like, I understand where you're coming from. Not even theoretically. If he was playing to his potential consistently and was healthy, he would be that player.
I'm talking about theoretically and not practically, because you're talking in practicality, like what makes sense financially, fiscally. You're talking about that, and I get it. I get that part. And I'm saying theoretically, what if Mitch played 75 games, stayed healthy, played about 27 minutes?
He would play himself to another team.
Yeah. Yeah, so because you'd have to start a guy like that for one. You'd have to start a guy like that for one, and then what does that do for Karl Anthony Towns, who started at center this year for the All-Star team? Does that mean you move Cat? Like, do you trade Cat? Do you move him to a new position? Right? Do you take a Karl Anthony Towns contract, trade it to a team for multiple players that help build a team in theory? Like, you recoup more picks and you get more players. Like, do you trade Cat to the Phoenix Suns for Jalen Green, Ryan Dunn, and a whole bunch of draft picks and some salary filler? If Mitch is that guy, I really don't want to. I think Cat is a Knick. I think he'll retire as a Knick.
Yeah.
But if Mitch was that guy, then we'd have to at least entertain the question. And that's the reason why we do the channel, is like to have these conversations, entertain like these thoughts, these questions, and things of that sort. Like, what if, or should we talk about such? But hey, Dre, I want to run something by you, and I told Fritz, right? I'm about 16.5% interested in Bol Bol. What's your interest level in Bol Bol?
Mike Brown would probably have an aneurysm by game 3 if he played Bol Bol.
Yeah.
Being absolutely honest, if you watched him play, the tools and the skill set are absolutely there. The man is completely aloof to team basketball, and on a defensive end and offensive end. Like, he consistently is in the wrong spots. He's consistently ball watching. He's consistently taking himself out of the play. Yeah, go ahead.
No, he's like a summer league superstar. Like,
Right.
if it's just offense, you throw him out here and say you the guy. Like, you would think he a legit player. But then when like you tell him to play real basketball and play within the team, like, it don't work.
I think he's the right-handed Michael Beasley.
That's Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, my bad. That's Melo. Right. My bad. Right. My bad. I think there is something there. I don't know if it's.
How many years though? What has it been? 5 years?
5 years, man. It's 5 years of this mess, bro. It's 5 years of it, man.
Yeah, I've given up on him. I mean, if somebody pick him up, I mean, he makes money in the NBA, so I'm happy for him that way. But I don't like him enough to give him a roster spot.
See, but I feel you. I feel you in that sense. But this is the context I'm putting out there to stimulate the conversation and get some smart feedback on it, right? If the Knicks have 8 young guys, and they have 8 young guys at their disposal. Will all of them be on a roster? We don't know. We know the Knicks have the rights to 8 guys, right? Y'all know who the 8 guys are, right? If you include Anton Watson, if you don't, then the Knicks have 7 young guys, right? That we think might have a future in a New York Knicks uniform, right? But if you have 7 or 8 guys on an 18-man championship roster, that's a lot of kids, bro. That's a lot of kids. Dre, would you take a chance on a Bol Bol knowing that's your situation?
No. I would rather see what Huck Porty can give me as your other 7-footer than messing around with anything as far as Bol Bol. I'd rather see James Najee because he hasn't played at the NBA level.
Right.
Because you never know if you can catch lightning in a bottle. More or less, I already know what Bol Bol is or what he can't be. Remember, it's 5 years we're talking about.
Can I tell y'all what I think ultimately that what the Knicks are going to do ultimately with that spot?
Mm.
I think the Knicks are going to find the oldest NBA player that's won a championship and give them that spot. Right. I think that's what's going to happen. And I know Taj Gibson hadn't won a championship, but I'm talking about a Taj Gibson type guy. Right. A Taj Gibson type of.
Get ready to speak. Get ready to speak. Malcolm Brogdon.
Because we only got 2 roster spots.
Yeah.
I mean, only 2 like we're really gonna use. So you're saying one is going to be what's his name? Who we drafted at 51. And
I think they're gonna sign him to a 2-way.
Yeah, if there's a way that we can sneak in two vets, yeah, I think they probably make him a 2-way, at least to start the season.
At least to start the season is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At least to the trade deadline or something is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a guy like I don't know, like a guy that's old as dirt that already made his money. Right? Like a Serge Ibaka type.
Ew.
And I'm not talking about Serge Ibaka. I'm just saying a guy like that.
Do you want a big? Because you mentioned 2 bigs.
You know, ideally, who I would love to see in that spot, the perfect guy, is Mike Conley. To me, that would be To me, that would, but he's still under contract with Minnesota.
He's under contract.
But if not him, if not he, then at least a Seth Curry.
Nah, I think they need talent. I think this roster needs talent. They need like bankable talent. Like I know this person.
But you're not gonna get that, bro.
No, but like you have to think. We've been very, very fortunate, but if Brunson ever went down, we would be in a world of hurt, and you can't have that happen.
And that's for every championship contender, bro.
I know, but you need someone who you could say, "Hey, at least this person can competently run the team."
If Brunson goes down, we're in the same position as the Celtics and the Pacers.
But I need someone who can at least, this person can.
Wait, are you saying that we can win without Jalen Brunson?
No, but the team will go on. It won't just devolve into a mess. You could say, "Hey, I got a competent backup." Like, okay, we have someone that we can at least go into playoffs with, and everybody else has to step up. You can't
That's what I'm asking you. So you think we can win without Jalen Brunson?
We need somebody we have at least a chance. You can't go in and say, "Hey, Tyler Kolek, you're the guy." And no matter what happens, you can't pull Tyler Kolek out.
Salute, coach.
You can't.
Dre, you think if Jalen Brunson goes down, we still have a decent shot
enough to make the playoffs, but we ain't no factor to win a championship.
Yeah. But you need someone who can at least steady the ship. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's where Ben Simmons comes in. Like,
whoa.
No, but someone who's at least done it before. Like, I need someone who's at least done
an actual point guard. Is what
you're
saying.
Yeah. Don't put Kyler Kolek out there and then yo, no matter what happens, we're gonna stick with you. No, it ain't gonna happen.
Now the thing is in my mind, if Brunson goes down, Deuce is the starter. right? Deuce is a starter, and then everybody else moves up a spot. Like Kolek occupies the Deuce spot off the bench. And I just said Deuce, right? And if you're not if I said Deuce name and you're not comfortable with that, then why is Deuce here?
Yeah.
Well, that Deuce thing, it ain't ever gonna happen. You know better than anyone that ship has sailed.
That's the thing. If Brunson goes down, it like the best player on a championship team, if that player ever goes down, the team is not going to be the same.
Yeah.
True.
You know,
But you can't have it fall apart. You need someone to at least
you
run
can't
the
just
thing.
and you can't just mail in the season. I understand your point that
Yeah.
you just can't mail in the season. I understand that was what you was getting at. But the thing is this late in the game, it's going to be hard to find a guy that's going to be that guy that you mentioned, unless you trade for him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because basically what we're talking about is if Brunson goes down, do we have enough to trade for Dennis Schroeder?
No.
Do we trade one of the young kids for Trey Jones?
Yeah, that's what we wanted last year.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted. Someone that competent behind someone who's probably too good to be behind Brunson to be Brunson's backup.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean, man. So with me, I'm not even thinking about that. Right? I'm thinking about just bringing in a savvy veteran to help with the kids and the coaching staff.
We did that last year. And he brought all his sneakers with him.
I think we got better when he got here, bro. I honestly think the Knicks were better with PJ Tucker than they were without PJ Tucker. Now, am I talking about points per game, defensive rating, all that stuff? Nah, I think he brought like a steady influence to it.
Mm-hmm. But if he has a clipboard in his hand, it doesn't make a difference if he has a jersey or a clipboard. He could do that with a clipboard in his hand.
No. Nah, first thing, you can't be that, bro. You think a coach can fill that role? Nah, bro. I don't see how. Nah. Because we tried that with Johnny Bryant. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Dre, what you think about that?
Oh, can you phrase that again? I missed it. What did you say?
That a coach can be that steady and influence veteran guy.
Oh, can a coach? I mean, if the offense is good enough, I've seen teams with mediocre point guard play but be loaded offensively and figure out a way within an offensive structure to be consistent.
Like Chad Pennington.
Yeah. So I think to keep it a buck with you, say we miss Brunson for 15 games. I think we have all the talent in the world to go 8-7 at worst. Probably do better than that, to be absolutely honest with you. You more or less just need someone to bring the ball up and get you into your actions. Not to be someone that's great or a difference maker.
Right. Like the reason why I didn't necessarily agree with Fritz's point, because wouldn't the coach already be giving you 100% of themselves anyway?
Yeah.
The assistants mostly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't they be giving you 100% of everything, even if Brunson were healthy?
Yeah. I think you have to get a veteran point guard. You have to like this. Just the I know people don't want to think of Brunson being out, but like you can't go into the season with just that possibility.
You can't go into any season thinking any NBA player is going to stay 100% healthy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have Fritz, what do you call the thing?
Contingency.
Yeah, you have to have contingencies for everything. Even if you don't have the answer, you have to have a plan to help you find an answer if the need arises. You have to have flexibility in order to address the worst case scenario, even if you don't have the direct plan for the worst case scenario.
Yeah. I mean, but if this summer, if Tyler Kolek came in Summer League and he killed Summer League, I probably wouldn't have that. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't have that reservation that I have right now.
Right.
But he physically didn't look ready. And then he didn't dominate. And
he didn't look confident either. He didn't look
and lesser competition.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like I thought he would have came in jacked like this year. Like, yo, you should have been in the weight room the whole time.
Right.
I wasn't high on Kolek because the dude was like 24 when he got to the league. There was a limited upside. I don't know. We drafted him because Tibbs liked him. That's my whole interpretation.
Hey, can I in these last few moments, can I tell you what my cyber wet dream is? My cyber wet dream. Right.
That is a wild combination of words. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. I know because what I'm about to tell you is OD.
Go for it.
I think the Knicks should move Jalen Brunson to the 2. Full time. Right? And when I say full time, I mean full time as the off-ball guard.
Mm-hmm.
And then have Jalen Brunson be the backup point guard when that other guy leaves the floor.
Is there okay?
But let me explain why. Let me explain why though.
I'm not pushing back. I was just gonna ask you a question.
No, I just don't want to explain it just up front. The reason why I say that is because I don't think Jalen Brunson offers you the defense or the offensive playmaking that unlocks Bridges, Cat, and OG. But what I think he is best at is scoring. Mm-hmm. And so instead of him having 80% usage on ball, I would give him more shots off ball. So instead of him taking 17 shots a game, I would get that number to Kobe Bryant level shots. 21 shots a game, 22 shots a game off ball. Because I think he's a dynamic weapon. But with that said, now you have a void at the point guard position that is legitimately the most difficult thing to fill in the NBA these days. Like, how do you get Drew Holiday on offense and Drew Holiday on defense, right? And Mark Price on offense from a guy? You can't find that guy nowadays, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of having Brunson try to be that guy at the point guard, we can have him play mostly 2. Bridges is mostly 3. OG, whatever. These guys play on the wing. And then what we do is unlock Jalen Brunson's spot up 3-point shooting, which is a very underutilized skill. And it also presents you with the look of 2 ball handling guards at the same time. So when you draw up your exotic traps in the half court, you have to know when to use it, if ever, because if you trap point guard, whoever,
there's an outlet. There's always
it's Anthony Black defensively and Cam Thomas offensively. right? Just say, and I know Cam Thomas is not a shooting guard. I mean, a point guard, right? But say it's that. Say he's Cam Thomas offensively and Anthony Black defensively, right? Now, when it comes to locking down the Knicks offense, when you trap that balance guard, Jalen Brunson gets to eat in one-on-ones. And that's the one thing that we know NBA teams fear. Jalen Brunson in one-on-one defensive coverage every night. You don't want to see 34 minutes of Jalen Brunson getting one-on-one coverage. So, Fritz, that is my wild thought. Jay Boogie in the building. Salute.
Salute to Jay Boogie.
Yeah. I've thought of like most of the guys I've really thought who could do that kind of thing are like second year players. Like get a second or third year point guard. I don't know how efficient they would be. But I mean, hey, if it's something like if Phillies want to give up Jared McCain since he's coming off the bench, I'll take him. I'll start him.
From the Sixers?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They holding on to that man.
They hold on to him, but they're gonna bring him off the bench. But
yeah.
Who is it? Kaishan George.
I think you can. I think you can do that within the structure of a normal offense because I think the things that you're complaining about are more or less Tibbs related. To me, anyway. Like Mikal and other, the whole idea of trading for Mikal is more than he's just a guy that can go out there and score. He was like an 85th percentile pick and roll ball handler. You can run some offensive structure behind his skill set. And we've seen him do it when Brunson's not on the court. It's more or less a coaching philosophy that didn't believe in him doing that. Like, how many times did we go to the bench where he had OG out there with like no real point guard and it's like OG figure it out instead of Mikal
OG
playing.
and Deuce? You didn't like
Yeah.
OG, Deuce, and Cam?
Yeah, and instead of it being Mikal getting some on-ball reps with the second unit. That's what I thought was going to happen when we traded for him. Like, we never saw that. If that was the case, Mikal could have got some on-ball reps next to Brunson, and we never saw that. That was more or less because Tibbs is reliant on his superstar having high usage.
What
And
if Jalen Brunson didn't want to play off ball? What if Jalen Brunson always came and got the ball?
I think Jalen Brunson is a consummate professional, and he's going to do what's asked of him.
Okay.
And what's asked of him, and that's been asked of every Tom Thibodeau coach team, the star player gets the ball the majority of the time, regardless of context, to be a playmaker on ball. When Jimmy Butler found his stardom, where was he at? On ball, heavily.
Right.
When Derrick Rose, on ball, heavily. We can go Julius Randle, on ball, heavily, until we got Brunson.
Okay.
That's more of a coaching thing than like, hey, I'm going to utilize my player to get the best of his ability. That was just rigidness on Tibbs' behalf. Tibbs is still a good coach. I just think the thing that you're like wondering about is like, how can we unlock this player? How can we do this? The easiest comparison is Stephen Curry averaged a career high in assists under Mark Jackson. When Steve Kerr came in, they completely said, we're not running that high usage on ball pick and roll offense through Steph. You're going to be off the ball. You're going to get 5 or 6 assists, but we're going to weaponize your ability off the ball, with or without the ball. And guess who's part of that coaching tree?
Mike Brown.
Yeah. And they didn't really have another point guard in their starting lineup, unless you want to count Draymond Green.
Yeah.
So,
but isn't there like another? In my mind,
I'm impressed. I'm genuinely impressed by what I just heard.
Yeah.
They had multiple ball handlers. Don't get it twisted, but they were all off the bench. Like their starting lineup, it was really just Draymond and Steph doing all playmaking.
But they also had Livingston.
Bench.
They also had, yeah, bench player. But yeah,
Iguodala bench. When they came out and they were smoking teams at the beginning of halves, every second half run you've ever seen, it was just Draymond and Steph running roughshod
yeah.
at the beginning of third quarters. It wasn't even their bench, even though they had the death lineup. It wasn't even their bench that put teams away in those third quarters.
No, it was the starting lineup.
Yeah, it was Steph and Dre.
Like,
Draymond.
hey, yeah, do y'all remember the Washington Wizards game against Golden State where it was like I think I can't remember if Austin Rivers was there or not. I think Austin Rivers is in my head. I know John Wall and Bradley Beal were there.
Yeah.
But legitimately, it was a close game. Golden State came out in the third quarter, and Steph Curry was so hot that everything he threw at the rim went in, even on after the whistle. Like he just threw a shot over his head, and it just went in.
Yep.
Right. When you have lineups like that, bro. And then so I don't. So where are you getting this thought from? Is this just a deep-seated thought based on historical experiences, or is it from like projecting what Brunson can do
and seeing it happen before?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's projecting, but it's also seeing it happen before. Because I know for a fact, Steph Curry was running in a slow pace, traditional offense where your point guard did everything, and he had a career high in assists. But that didn't mean it was the most effective offense.
Right.
And if we bring some of that structure over here, you'll see Brunson go down in assists to maybe 6, 5.5. But you see Cat go up 1. You see OG go up a half an assist. You see Mikal go up an assist and a half. You know what I'm saying? You'll see Josh Hart maybe go down a little
What
bit.
about the turnovers that go with it though? Because Golden State was a turnover machine back then,
and it didn't matter because the offense was that effective.
Right.
You got to take risks to get to.
So you as a Knicks fan, you're willing to live with the dead ball and live ball turnovers, in order to have a more efficient, high scoring, and potent offense.
More efficient, dynamic offense. And at a certain point, you got to know within the structure of a game coming down the stretch, you might need to slow it down and run traditional, because when it really comes down to it, at the ends of games, the Warriors, they slow it down and become more.
Fred T-Bug. That's because the bench was playing, because Steph had a towel around his neck on the bench. It was up 47.
Okay. Down the stretch in close games.
Okay. Steph and KD them was on the bench with towels around their neck because they was up 41 against the Grizzlies. Yeah. And back then the Grizzlies couldn't score 41 and a half.
Yeah. A grit and grind.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I'm optimistic that the Knicks could head that way.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. I think Knicks fans getting used to live ball turnovers, and I think if we do that, some Knicks fans are gonna
be upset.
Yeah, because they're not used to seeing it.
But those Knicks fans are cool with live ball bricks, like real hard bricks off the backboard.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna keep it real, man. Getting into your offense so late that you're throwing up nonsense at the rim with 1 second on the shot clock might as well just be a turnover.
It may as well be a turnover, right? But Fritz, here's the thing to that, right? Here's the thing that Knicks fans love to talk about, and all it is, it's like gasoline being the byproduct of kerosene, right? We're like, oh man, gas prices are such as forget that. Gasoline is a byproduct of making kerosene, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and now it's vice versa or whatever, because how we. But the thing is this: if we are winning, doing this thing, then why complain about it? You feel me? Like for instance, if Mike Brown has this team win 55 games, then what are we really complaining about?
Mike Brown has his team winning 55 games with the old style or new style.
Oh well, you know he ain't gonna do the tip style. That's out. That's out. None of the NBA coaches, none of the NBA head coaches. I think it's about 40 of them that are either that have jobs or should be coaching in the NBA. Right? None of the other 40 NBA coaches are gonna coach like Tibbs. Right? They're not. Because if they did, they'd be at St. John's practice.
Shout out to Tibbs losing all that weight, man. Saw him, right? Ozempic Tibbs.
Ozempic Tibbs. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So, hey, salute to the New York Knicks in the building. Salute. You heard. Yep.
Yeah.
So Fritz, I think I think the Knicks are gonna run that play Zoom jet that Mike Brown ran in the early years in Sacramento before they fully evolved to the Trident offense where everybody has a three-way goal anywhere on the floor that puts teams in jeopardy. I think we're going to be that first, and then we'll transition to something that best fits the roster. Like, because I don't think we're going to run the Trident. I don't think we're going to do that. I think that only worked because of the personnel that they had in Sacramento. Right. But I do think Mike Brown is smart enough to create something that is a great fit for the Knicks core four. Like,
skill sets to the players.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, but the Brunson thing at the 2, now that you mentioned Tom Thibodeau, yeah, I don't know if that's maybe I was still thinking like we were in the Tom Thibodeau era, but Jalen Brunson getting 20 shots a game to me is appealing.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
But you got to be a certain type player to 20 shots a game, bro. That's a lot of shots, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shots. Every night taking 20 shots a game.
I mean, are they open shots though?
No, it's basically playoff Brunson. Can playoff Brunson be that for 100 games?
But I don't want Brunson getting knocked around. You know how typical Brunson getting, all the way down to the, in the free throw line, below the free throw line getting knocked around.
To keep it a buck with you, playoff Brunson took 20 dribbles to get to those shots.
Yeah.
He's not going to, if he's viewed as this two guard that you're talking about, he's going to get to his spots. He's going to have shots generated for him that doesn't require as much effort.
Right. That's the point that I'm getting at. Right.
So, like, when you say playoff Brunson, hey, man, playoff Brunson was taking 300 dribbles a game, literally.
Yeah.
And too risky. It was too risky. Like, we can't afford him to get knocked around. We can't.
I don't think you'll see that as much. I think in a tempo system, generally you see more strains than you would see broken bones, if that makes sense. Right? Like you'll see more hamstrings and all that stuff. Guys pull a hamstring, they're gonna be out 3 weeks. I think you'll see more. Yeah, I remember the old Golden State Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll see those type injuries, right? Like the weird foot injuries, like strained foot, strained hamstring, strained this, strained that, strained calf, as opposed to the physical broken finger at a shot contest at the rim type thing.
Mm-hmm. This theoretical play style, who's starting in that theoretical play style? If like,
you mean the rotation? Would the rotation to be?
No, like who's starting? Like you're saying Brunson's taking more shots and he gets it generated. You're talking about Josh still being there, or are you talking?
Yeah, Josh is the 5th starter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In an up and down tempo game, you gotta save Mitch and Cat, basically.
Mhm.
All right, because if you play them together, that means you need a third center. Because tempo is no joke, bro. Because the thing about it is, when Run TMC was here, I think when Run TMC was here, NBA players were running like 2.5 miles a game, right? And now I think players are running like 5 miles a game. So when you're talking about 7-footers, and I don't know if Dre is
More
that
like
accurate?
3 miles a game.
3 miles a game.
Which
Now
is
it's like 3 miles a game.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
McHale was pushing 3 miles every game.
On
Okay.
defense.
That's the high end.
Yeah, he was high. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, you're talking about that's a lot for 7-footers, bro.
So I'm gonna be real with you. If we're playing and Mike Brown wants to play at a high pace, he's gonna sub in guys in and out, in and out, in and out. You're gonna see like sometimes some hockey subs. You're gonna see guys come in for a 4 or 5 minute shift with high intensity basketball. Then they sit down and you bring them right back in for another 5 or 6 minutes of high intensity basketball. Rinse and repeat.
that's the way
Which
to
isn't
do
a
it.
bad thing, by the way. It's not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you notice, when we played against the Pacers, their main guys weren't playing full quarters, but our guys were. Halliburton was not playing a quarter straight.
Nah, he ain't straight.
Pascal was not playing a quarter straight.
And to be honest with you, they had 3 point guards in a rotation.
Yeah.
I forget the other guy, not the guy with the mustache, but Nembhard.
TJ, Nembhard,
Yep.
and
Halliburton.
Yeah. And to be absolutely honest, Pascal picked up a lot of playmaking responsibility as well.
Yep.
They rotated that responsibility between those 4 guys.
Right.
Like I believe they had at least 2 of those guys on the court at all times.
Which is smart. That's smart. So I get it. Hey, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. I just gotta ask you guys, any predictions about today's NFL games?
Oh gosh. The Jets do not get blown out. They lose though. Is that good?
Yeah.
You got any faith? I know Coach ain't talking about pain, man. Your team about to win your division.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nah, he did. That's a Rocky 3 reference.
Oh,
you got
Mr.
any predictions about the fight?
Pain.
Yeah. Salute the coach. Yeah, man. I called you the other night because I saw Patrick Mahomes make the greatest throw I've ever seen from an NFL quarterback, bro.
Oh, the one where he was sliding. Which one?
No, the one in the fourth quarter when they were down. It was fourth down in
he was scrambling to his right.
Yeah. And the guy dove on him and grabbed him, and he still let it loose.
It
was on the money for like 47 yards.
Yeah. People keep saying I don't know if we're gonna see another Pat Mahomes.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know if we'll see another Lamar either. So
these dudes are different. But one of the things I did see, bro, is this. The NFL is set up for the Chiefs to be a dynasty, bro. Because I saw because when they offensive linemen were holding the Bears in the preseason, I was like, bro, how you not call that?
They sent the president. Get used to it. They teaching the players to get used to it.
Bro, yeah. Like legit, our pass rushers are being held and snatched to the ground, and then their linemen would throw their hands up like, I didn't do it. And the flag won't come out. And you're like, well, how did this guy get on the ground? And the rest
I think
maybe he's clumsy.
I think the league is set up for certain teams to get away with some stuff. Because if you look at, for example, football. You guys know football, and Coach knows football. Every tush push, it's a neutral zone infraction on the Eagles, but they never call it. they be having the guard right next to the center. Your helmet is supposed to be like behind the football length, and their helmet just be right next to it. For comparison's sake, when like you ever seen a left tackle like stand up in pass pro at the beginning of the play, they're literally angled like in a V shape, so their heads are not next to the football. Because if they were all on the line, it would be a neutral zone infraction. But they
Right.
get away with it on a tush push for some reason. Like their whole line just be stacked up, so they just let the tush push go.
Right, bro. I just
Ah,
can't.
everybody holds except for us. Like when we
Except
hold,
the
they call it
Bears.
every time. Well, no, when the Bears hold, they call it that.
Yeah, because we don't. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Because their rookie left tackle Simmons held Montez Sweat and pulled his jersey to his waist, and
Yanked them
Sweat
down, probably.
fell, and he threw his hands up, and the ref would look at Montez Sweat like, "Get up, clumsy." Like, man, they clumsy, bro. Yo, it's crazy. Everybody, listen.
Wait, before you go, Freezy. If we're talking about predictions, who you got in the Super Bowl?
Oh, good question.
What two teams? Before we get into the season completely, just throw it out there.
I'm gonna say the Dallas Cowboys and Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna say the Dallas Cowboys and Buffalo Bills will be in the Super Bowl.
I got the Rams and the Ravens.
Wow. The Rams?
The Rams were the only team that actually gave Philly a good playoff game.
The Ravens?
And the Ravens, at some point, Lamar got to come through. And this is the best roster he's ever had. So, but we say that every year. This is the best roster.
I'm gonna say that I think Caleb is gonna throw for about 5,000 yards, but it's gonna look like it's gonna be a Jameis Winston 5,000 yards.
Oh my God! So he just running around and tossing that, flinging it up there.
I think he's gonna be a fantasy darling, but the Bears won't win. And the reason why is because if DeAndre Swift is our best running back.
Oh, I forgot. You ain't got no running backs.
Yeah. See, the Jets have 3 great young running backs.
You trying to poach one?
We trying to poach 2. We like the 2 light-skinned running backs and Brees Hall. I like all 3. I play with them on Madden. Every time I saw the season, I trade for a couple of the Jets running backs, bro.
Not to detract too much, but so I read something funny, and it was like, Pat Mahomes is like if every bad Jameis Winston decision worked.
Right. And keeping it a stack. I think over the years, Jameis may have played with better weapons over the years.
Yeah, he had some receivers on Tampa.
Yeah. So, but to everybody, I hope all of y'all NFL football teams win tomorrow. The Bears play on Monday night, so I think the Knicks at Night podcast Monday night will be late.
Depending if you're crying or not.
Right. Depending on game management and all of that stuff. Also want to remind everybody that there's a Ben Simmons video out there I just posted like right before this show. I appreciate y'all. Fritz, you got anything, man, before we dip?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow. Talk about some of this roster decisions.
Really?
But yeah, I think it's gonna be an active week. Like I said, I think there's gonna be some trades going down this week around the NBA, and I think people, the stragglers are gonna start making decisions.
Somebody told me that the Knicks are interested in Quentin Grimes.
No, they can't do it. They can't.
I know.
Happen. Yeah.
And because he hadn't signed his qualifying offer, and then once he does sign that qualifying offer, he can't be traded, right? So,
Well, he can be traded, but he has a no trade, so he chooses where he gets traded.
Yeah. And plus we can't take a sign and trade player.
Okay.
Because we're over the first even.
Right. I don't want him anyway.
No.
Because it don't make sense to me, right? How does a ham sandwich belong in a cheesesteak city? What are we doing? I ain't want no damn ham sandwiches in a cheesesteak city. Come on, man. What we doing out here? So on that, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all everybody for coming through, supporting the channel. So just trying to be more consistent with the content, talking about different topics and such. If you like what you heard, man, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. The Ben Simmons video is out there. It's a video, so I expect for it to be around like 1,000, 2,000 something, 3,000 views. So
and likes. And likes.
And likes. Yeah, and make sure y'all smash that like button on there too. So, all right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. Peace, everybody.